Hi everybody. We wanted to make a quick little video to talk about how we came about getting a bunny and talk about the search for a Holland Lop bunny and also discuss why we wanted to get a bunny in the first place. And so, yeah, so you want to start off?
Sure.
Okay.
Hi, good evening. Um, just so you know, right now the only way I'm keeping them in this camera view is giving them some treats. We don't normally give them a lot of pellets, mostly at night, but we'll have another video on that the next day or two. Or, I don't know. I don't know when we'll have that video up, but we plan to make a video on treats. Um, so as y'all know, you've seen Butler before. He's 7 months old now?
7 months old.
He's 7 months old. Um, so there was some talks in my family circle about bunnies. I think my mom had just gotten a bunny. Um, and yeah, and I guess during the summertime, this last summer, and I don't know, the idea just kind of like was planted, and my husband loves animals, except we live in a really small townhouse, and um, there's not a lot of room for little friendly furry friends like this guy here. But yeah, so I brought the topic up to him, or the topic came up, and then David, what did you say?
Well, I've always wanted a dog, and so this is the closest thing to one. So I was 100% on board, and I didn't know what to expect when we got a bunny, and so far it's been fun, and I'm learning a lot, and I'm so glad we got a bunny, and it's actually a little bit easier to handle than a dog. Plus, as Catherine mentioned, we have a small house, and so it's very tough to keep a dog here, but it's has plenty of room for this little guy. But yeah, he's not a dog, but he's but he's great.
Yeah. Yeah, so the top came up, and Dave was like, "What, so you want a buddy?" And I'm like, I might be open to that. And then we started doing the research, and that led us also on YouTube. And what did you land on? What was
We
the...
came across the YouTube channel called Sincerely Cinnabon.
Yeah, we love her channel. We learned so much already. Helped us feel prepared um, to start the search. So that's what we did, and kind of get an idea of what it would be like to have a bunny. Um, although I don't think anything could prepare you for a bunny experience. Don't jump. What about you, babe? Would you say the same thing, or?
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, but yeah, they're a little bit of a handful, especially when they're a free roaming rabbit. So he has the free roam over our first floor of our two bedroom townhouse, and yeah, and so it's been working out fine. But the thing is that you got to be careful about putting things on the ground, and I can't leave my wallet on the coffee table anymore, and I can't leave cords hanging, even if it's the cord to my laptop computer that I set down for just 5 minutes. I turn around and he gets on it and starts to chew it up. So we have to be more careful. But beyond that, like it's been very fun to have him around. He's very chill, and yeah, he's just a little mischievous little guy and keeps us entertained. I do want to say that in the first week we got Bunter, my iPhone usage went down 35%. And so if you want to, decrease your screen time, your screen usage during the week, get yourself a bunny.
Yep. And so, thanks, babe, for sharing that. So kind of going back to the search, we were searching. First, we had to decide what kind of bunny we wanted. I was, probably just saw that. He loves to leap. Check out our shorts if you haven't already. But we decided a little. Well, I personally was drawn to the floppy ears. He's just looking. I wish you could see this. David might show you some. I was personally drawn to the floppy ears, and he So that narrowed down to lops. There are some other animals, breeders that have floppy ears as well, but this one, Holland Lops really attracted us. So, yeah. So Holland Lop was it, and so we just decided searching for breeders in our area. And it turns out there's not a lot of breeders in our area. Yeah, we wanted to, so we wanted to go the breeder route. And so he's not way. So we found him. We reached out to a breeder out in our area, down in the countryside, and we found these beautiful baby Holland Lops that were being bred. And we had just missed the breeding time in July, but we weren't ready anyways, so it was going to be about 3 months until we 3 months, I don't know.
Yeah, 3 months before we could get one.
Before we can get one, because they're gonna have to breed another another round. So yeah, then as we were trying to commit, I wish I could get him back up here because so in this exchange you can't just go see him, especially if you live far away. So for us, we ended up getting photos, and he had some of the cutest, or there was adorable bunnies that we were sent when the bunnies were born, and but we ended up deciding to go with this one. And why is that, babe?
Yeah, because he has this nice little white little spot just on his nose, and so that makes him very unique, and we like that about him. And so we're like, that's the bunny for us.
Yeah, didn't even take a second. We chose the one with the dot.
Exactly.
And we'll try to get a close up of that at some point. And we'll also try to put some pictures up on this video at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, do you want to go along with the rest of the story, or some more of the story, babe?
Yeah, and we drove 4 hours to go pick him up when he was ready or old enough to be picked up, and that was in September of last year. And we drove 4 hours down to Roanoke, Virginia, and it was we went to, basically it was someone's I guess small farm. They also breeded other types of animals too, and it was a quick little exchange. We got everything we needed, all the info we needed, and they presented Bunter to us in a little blanket, and it was like picking up like a baby. It was pretty cute. Yeah. And so it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it felt like going down to get the bunny. We were pretty excited, also nervous. We also didn't know if it would work out. To be honest, we were like, well, we have a small place, and we ended up setting up a cage area per Cinnabon, Sincerely Cinnabon videos. They gave advice on making sure you had a section, so we'll probably end up showing that in later videos. But we had a little staging area for him, and it had a litter box in it, and I guess right now there's a tree.
Yeah.
We still got Christmas going. But yeah, that was a great spot for him at the time. The plan was to eventually transition him to hey, come up here, sweetie. Come here, sweetie. Transition him to free roam. That was our intention. Didn't like the idea of keeping him caged up. It just didn't seem right. We traveled with a box, and a blanket, and a bowl, and we had gotten some hay. We took the tips of these other videos we watched, and essentially you want to get the pellets from the breeder, and you also want to what was it? Pellets, water, hay.
Pellets, water, hay.
Alfalfa hay. Sorry, you start with alfalfa hay, and he did really good with that. The journey home was kind of funny. He was so tiny, and we'll put a picture up of like what our first holdings of him was. He loves his pellets. These are not the original pellets, so we ended up transitioning them over time. And so these pellets are the ones we originally had were more sweet. These are not. They're supplement. You don't want to give them these after a while, but we'll have more videos on it later. Yeah. But he loves these. He does foraging in the evenings, and we put him in the little supplement, and he just like chows out. But anyways, the ride back from Roanoke was funny. We had him holding in a blanket, kept him close. At that point, I think the babies like to be like really held tight, because he got love from his family. So we had to make sure he felt loved, and I immediately loved him. How'd you feel about him, babe?
I didn't like him at first.
So silly. Might have to. I don't know. Okay, you can see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he was great, and I guess the funny, we knew he got very comfortable with us when he started peeing on us on the ride home.
A very yellow, orange,
Bright
orange
spots on the little towel we're holding. Just came out of the blue and realized like, oh wow, he was actually peeing on us as we were driving back.
We had no idea, but he was so small. So it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
But it washed out, just in case you're wondering. And it was shocking. We're like, oh no, did we make him sick? Because we weren't expecting orange pee on us. But it's normal.
Yeah.
David researched some of that, and it's pretty normal. So, so we got him home, and we didn't really have like everything completely set up because of the timing didn't work out with some things. So we had laid out a cardboard underneath a what was the blanket? Painter's blanket?
A little canvas cloth.
Oh, canvas
we got
cloth.
from Home Depot.
Yeah, and then gave him the space to get used to his home, and gave him fresh litter. I've got no more, darling. Let me see if I can get him. Woo! They do not like to be picked up, but I'm just picking it up for quick purposes. No, I don't have any more. Nope. Okay, we're not gonna do that. I was gonna try to show him his nose. We'll give a close up later. But yeah, usually we don't pick him up. He's very fussy, and it's not because he doesn't love us. Most buddies don't like to be picked up, and if they do, gosh, that's amazing. I have no more. Darling. So, was there any more on the like finding him story? So wait, here, come back in here. My husband's shy, although he loves this kind of stuff, right? Anyways, so the story's pretty straightforward. There's not too much to add, I guess, on his, like, how we found him. It was pretty easy, honestly. So if you have questions on what it's like to buy a Holland Lop or what you want to do to prepare, there's all kinds of different ways, but we could share our story a little bit more if you wanted us to go in more depth. Tomorrow or this week at some point, we're going to try to give a little bit more insight to the setup that we have here. As you saw, he's not caged at the moment, or not caged at all, but we'll talk more about his little hidden setup. My husband will probably do more of that video during the day. So, do you want to add anything else, babe?
No, just looking forward to sharing more about Bunter, and feel free to add in the comments if you have any questions, and if you want us to show you how we did something or go into more detail on how we got Bunter to free roam. Feel free to ask that question in the comments.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right. Well, have a good night, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.